The best part about sewing your own dress and having leftover fabric is making a mini dress to match. In this video, I'll show you how to make this dress, which is McCall's 6915 in view D. Alright, now we'll jump right into the tutorial. I have all of my pieces cut out that are listed for view D, but I decided to use a neckband on this view as well. I have a piece of ribbon that I'll show you what I'm going to do with later. So I'll take my bodice front and back and lay them out, and I'll be matching them right sides together. I'll sew the side seams and the shoulder seams. With the shoulder seams, I'm going to be putting a ribbon in my stitches to just prevent the shoulders from stretching out over time. This adds a nice rigidity along the shoulder seam. So here I'm serging the sides of the bodice. For the shoulder seams, I'll be serging the ribbon into my stitching at the same time. So I'll line that up with the stitch line and go right over the ribbon. And I'll pull it out of the way when I get to the end of the seam. It'll look like this. It's nice and firm and will not stretch as the sleeves pull on it with wear. Do the same thing to the other shoulder seam. And your bodice will look like this. The only seams that need the ribbon are the shoulder seams, so you don't need very much. Now we'll put the neckband in. So you're going to stitch the two short sides together and press that seam open, fold the neckband over and press it to look like this. Now I'll take this neckband and on the raw edge, I'll baste those pieces together. Here I'm finding the center of the back of the neck, and I'll mark that with a pin. I like to put my seam on the center back. So I'm finding the center front of the band and then the center front of the bodice. These will be my matching points when I'm evenly dispersing the neckband in the neck opening. So I'll put the raw edges together, the seam in the back. That helps my girls when they're getting ready so they know the seams on the back, so I don't have to put a tag in their dresses. And here I'm just evenly distributing the neckline into the neckband and pinning it. I'll serge that, and with that tail, I like to tie a knot in my serge threads and snip it, just like that. When that's done being sewn, then you can press this, just like that, so it smooths everything out. And then top stitch right on the edge into that seam allowance. So I'm just edge stitching about 1/8 of an inch into the neckband with a lightning bolt stitch. So there's a little bit of a stretch so that when you pull it over the head, it stretches. And you can see right here, it's a slight lightning bolt. It's not completely straight, so there's a little stretch. Now we'll prepare the sleeves. So here's one of the sleeves. You're just going to fold it with right sides touching, stitch the sleeve seam, and here I have a sleeve that I've already worked up. So I've serged down the sleeve, I serged around the arm opening, turned up the hem on the sleeve, and then stitched that with a stretch stitch such as the lightning bolt stitch. So get both of your sleeves ready up into this point. and then we're going to set them into the bodice. I have ease stitched both of these sleeves at the cap of the sleeve. That's going to be basting 2 lines along the top in order to set them in. I'll show you what I mean by that. With the single notch on the front of the bodice and the front of the arm opening, match up those points. And here I have the ease stitch in there, and I'm just going to match all of the marking points around the sleeve opening. Do that on the bottom, nesting the seams together. I'll match up the sleeve marking points on the front and the back. And with the ease stitching, I'll pull that to ease in the top of the sleeve in the sleeve opening. It should smooth it out and not create any wrinkles on the seam line. Evenly distribute that and pin. So here I've set the sleeve in and I just serge that on the serger. Just like that. And then I'll add the other sleeve. Now the top of the dress is complete and we'll work on the bottom of the dress. So you can set that aside and get your 2 skirt pieces. Put them right sides together and sew the side seams and then the hem. So here I've serged both the sides. I also serged the bottom raw edge and folded up the hem. I haven't sewn it, but I've folded it up and pressed it with the iron. And you can use a straight stitch along this hem. Now we can put the 2 pieces together. This is as simple as matching the side seams and pinning around the skirt opening. There shouldn't be any easing in on this one. It's just a 1-to-1 match. And now it's done. There you have it, a cute, simple girl's dress. If you like this dress, I have a tutorial on that and I'll link it in the description below and at the end of the video. If you like this video, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell alert to be notified anytime that I post a new video. Until next time, go get creative and sew a little girl's dress that you love.